Good afternoon. My name is Sherry Sutphin, and I am the magistrate for Seminole County for code enforcement matters. Today, we will, the way that the process really works is that we will hear the county's presentation of evidence first. You will be able to present your evidence, testimony, any witnesses that you have afterwards. You can certainly cross-examine county witnesses. But you are going to be required to provide your name and address. That will be, we will keep track of that information in the county records. And once the case has been fully presented with both sides having had an opportunity to provide their evidence and testimony, then I will make a decision here today as to whether there is a violation. If there has been a violation and you are here for a first time, you stand to have a penalty of up to $250 a day imposed against you. If you are here as a repeat violator, you stand to have a penalty of up to $500 a day imposed against you if the violation remains after the time ordered here today. If you will speak clearly into the microphones, if you'll come over here when it's your turn to come up, that way we can record the proceedings properly. I would also ask that you silence any cell phones so we do not have any interruptions. If you do have a copy of the agenda, we aren't going to follow the agenda probably as it's listed. We're going to take individuals in the order that they are here, taking individuals that are present first in line, and we will go from there. So please be patient and you will be called. Thank you. So, okay. Yes. I want to talk to you about that. Okay. So anyone that's going to provide testimony, if you will raise your right hand, we're going to do some swearing in.
Could you stand, please, and raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Okay, then we will start with the first case being 2351 CESM Reno Solutions, LLC.
Starting with Reno.
Oh, Reno?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I have first? We have someone present for that, Irma.
1321.
Yes.
Sorry, 1329.
Which one is this one?
Franklin Street.
Can you take a seat over here, please?
France Franklin. Here we go. That's Reno Solutions. Okay. Can we get the others in order?
Oh, well, tell me if you would rather, I'm showing that as the first. Is there?
I was
You're-
out of the room when it happened.
Oh,
That's fine.
sorry.
Are the others?
All of you.
Are the others still in order?
Ish. I'll get you.
Thank you. Bob Pike, building official, Seminole County. I have presented a copy of this presentation to the clerk and requested it be entered into the record.
Yes, we'll accept it into the record as long as, do you have any objection to the evidence?
Thank you. Presenting case 23-51-CESM is for property located at 1329 Franklin Street, Altamont Springs, which is owned by Reno Solutions, LLC. It's shown up on the screen. The violation charge is Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, 105.1. Description of violation is demolition of a single-family residence without the required permit. The case summary is as follows. The initial inspection was on 2/13 of 23. Notice of respondent was 2/13 of 23. Compliance date of 2/27/23. Follow-up inspections have shown both on-site visit and via computer, as shown on screen. Results of reinspection, the violation remains on property. The screenshot is the property appraiser's website, shows that Reno Solutions LLC is the record owner of the property. Photograph showing the posting of the notice of this hearing on the property. Original complaint received from Seminole County Sheriff's Office for storage on vacant property. Results of demolished single-family residence. Photo taken by Seminole County Sheriff's Office on 1/13 of '23. Storage container on vacant lot taken by Seminole County Sheriff's Office on 1/13 of '23. A photo of a single-family residence from 1/17 of '04. Photo of a single-family residence from 1/20 of '20. Photo of demolished single-family residence from 1/16/23. And a photo of demoed single-family residence from 3/28/23. Again, is a photo of the demolished single-family residence on 3/28 of '23. And again, a photo of demolished single-family residence with a for sale sign on 4/21 of '23. And the demolition of the single-family residence remains on 7/12/23. The screen shows no permits applied for or issued to correct the violation. Permit 23-5433 is for demoed residential, voided due to 12-day upload period. Permit 23-2828 is for demo residential, voided as they were applied for by the property owner under a business name. Property owners cannot apply for permits under a business contractor name. The contractor has to apply for the permit themselves. Permit 23-2665, same as above. Permit 22-431 is for demo residential, voided due to 12-day upload period. Permit 21-21228 is for a single-family detached, voided due to workflow stopped in E-Plan 180 days. And permit 21-13133 is for a residential addition to the existing structure, voided, received board request via email from SEMA Builders LLC. And permit 16-6587 is for electrical residential. Shown on the screen is a copy of Chapter 40 in which they are in violation of the Seminole County Administrative Code. And a recommendation based on the testimony and evidence presented in Case 23-51 CESM, it is determined that the respondents are the owners of the property owners of record of the property located at 1329 Franklin Street in Seminole County as determined by the property appraiser's records. They are in possession or control of the property and in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. It's further recommended that the special magistrate order the respondents to correct the violation on or before September 15th, 2023. In order to correct the violation, the respondent shall obtain the required permits for the cited violation. If the respondents do not comply with the order, a fine of $50 will be imposed for each day the violation continues or is repeated after compliance. The respondents must contact the inspector to verify compliance. And this concludes our presentation.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Can you please
Good
state-
afternoon.
Yes, can you state your name for the record, please?
My name is Irma Arias, and I am the owner of Rhino Solutions, which is the company owning the property 1329 Franklin Street. Okay, as of today, the violation is being in the process to curate, and today is being submitted the abandoned septic permit, and the violation of the code for demolition has a reason that it was not submitted previous demolition process. If I may explain the situation, when the trusses for the new roof was about to be installed, the structure, the wall structure of the whole house started crumbling, and there was not the appropriate holding structure for the new trusses for the continuance of the project, building the whole project. They were not efficient and sufficient to support the structure and start crumbling down. And after a couple of intents to place the trusses that are shown in one of the photos, we decided to stop because it was impossible to continue the building. And now the whole structure has to be demolished, and at that moment, and the trusses were there. They are not anymore there. There is, all the place is clean, and we are in the process to clean again the green material that has grown. And the pot is not there anymore neither. The parts and materials stored in that pot has been moved away. And the land right now is being ready to sell, and the demolition code violation is being cured. It's in the process to be cured because we are finishing one of the steps, that is the septic abandon permit. The electrical connection has been cured too. That document is also in our hand, and we're going to be in a couple of days probably only waiting for the building department to say that we are clear to go with the septic. After that, we're going to apply for the demolition with all the papers, and everything is going to be gone in. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at the end of this July month.
Okay. Do you understand, though, that regardless of the fact that the crumbling started to occur when you put the trusses, that you're still required to get a demolition permit before you demolish a structure?
Yes, and we applied several times. I did it by myself, which I have the response that it was not allowed. I have some difficulties with the builder, the company that we contracted to process all these papers, and we lost touch with them because the building process was on hold, and I was trying many times to comply with the code violation, but the continuing of the process, which was the papers that we have to submit, was never done because I didn't have the ability to know what was the documents. The person in charge didn't proceed with the documents, didn't submit the documents in the range of the 12 days after every permit was submitted to the building department. So several times that I applied, but it was not complete. But right now, we have the whole process
You have a
covered.
company that you've hired?
Yes. SEMA builders are in the process, and this morning, Alfredo Bacci sent all the documents for the septic, abandonment septic permit, and we already have the electrical disconnection to complete the demolition process.
Okay, so at this time, what the county is asking for you to complete the permit process by September 15th, 2023. Do you have a problem with completing by that time?
No, not at all.
Okay. Does the county have anything further?
No, ma'am. Have you applied for a septic abandonment permit yet through the health department?
Yes, this morning was submitted all the
Okay,
papers.
great, because they're not the fastest of feet, so you want to do that as soon as possible?
Yeah, it was done this morning.
Okay, cool. And your contractor will have to apply for the demo permit?
Yes,
And he will have to have all the utility sign-offs for disconnection.
it is done.
Was there any fuel tanks on site? Anything buried in the ground?
No,
Not that you're aware of?
No, that I am
Okay,
aware
'cause
of.
if there were any petroleum tanks, say heating oil tanks, those would have to be applied through Orange County to
Yeah.
get those done. That would have to be done by a petroleum contractor, so.
Yeah, but it was a resident. I don't think it was the case. So
Okay.
by all the documents that I have on my hands, there's nothing like that on the
So
ground.
your contractor will be responsible for providing all those utility disconnects, or they would have to have a licensed contractor to disconnect those if they haven't, so,
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, so you fully understand what all is necessary, and you understand that even though it's in the county system and the permit process is in the county system, it still is incumbent upon you to contact the county and make sure that everything is in place by this September 15th date.
that will be even earlier than that date. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at the end of this month. Hopefully, the process with the septic is going to go faster with the building department, the health department, and hopefully that is going to comply to the date we need.
Okay?
Just be mindful that we will not be able to issue the demo permit until you have your septic abandonment permit from the health department.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay,
We're aware.
fantastic. Then with respect to case number 2351 CESM Reno Solutions LLC, I'm going to find that there is in fact a violation of the county's code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. And I'm going to order that you comply by September 15th, 2023 by obtaining the necessary permits. And if you do not comply by September 15th, 2023, I'm going to order that a fine be imposed of $50 a day to continue each and every day thereafter until such time as the violation no longer remains. And again, you will need to contact the county to make sure that you're in full compliance.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next case we're going to call is case number 2253 CESM Melissa Borman. I'll remind you that you're under oath.
You got it up on the screen yet? Perfect. Okay. I'm Bob Pike, billing official, Seminole County. I have presented a copy of this presentation to the clerk and requested to be entered into the record.
Yes, sir. It will
Thank
be
you.
accepted into the record, provided, do you have any objections, ma'am, to the case file being presented into the record?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
As seen on the screen, case number 22-53-CESM is for the property located at 805 Francis Street, Altamont Springs, which is owned by Melissa L. Borman. The violation charge is Seminole County Code Chapter 40, Appendix A, 105.1. Description of violation is privacy fence installed without the required permit. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on June 9th, 2022, and an order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of August 12th, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on August 18th of 2022. This case was continued to the July 13th, 2023 hearing by the inspector. An affidavit of compliance was filed after the permit was obtained on June 6, 2023. Recommendation is the special magistrate issue an order reducing the fine to an administrative cost totaling $909.80, and order these costs be paid within 30 days or the fine will revert to the original amount of $14,900 and constitute a lien on the property.
Ma'am, do you have anything you'd like to add?
I'd like to know if I have the building permit, is somebody supposed to come and inspect it? Because nobody ever has.
In order to get an inspection, there has to be an inspection request by the permit holder.
Okay,
So we'd have to call it in to get that requested.
so I need to do that.
Yes, ma'am. If you obtained your permit on June 6th, so you got 6 months to call that in before the permit expires. But
Okay.
if it's ready to be inspected, you can call it in at any time.
But your testimony is that they are in compliance at this time? So they just need the final inspection. If you want it for your records, which I advise that you get, they are indicating that you're in compliance at this time. But you still need to call and have that final inspection done so that it's closed out in the system.
Okay.
Right, before your permit expires.
In 180 days.
This hearing is only for
Yes.
admin cost
For
only
costs,
hearing.
right, right. So,
Oh.
do you understand what they're telling you is that you could have a fine imposed for your failure to comply up until this point before the June 6th? Actually, your compliance date was originally August 12th, 2022. And because of the noncompliance for that period of time, they could in fact ask for a fine to be imposed of $14,900 right now. But they are
Right.
not asking for that. They're only asking for a fine of $909.80 to be imposed and paid in 30 days.
Okay.
Are you understanding of that?
Well, I didn't understand in the first place because they said I put up a new fence without a permit, and my fence has been there for 30 years. And then it was repaired due to hurricane damage in 2017. It wasn't replaced. It wasn't moved. It's been there for 30 years. So they said it wasn't, the location where it's supposed to be somehow changed magically in the past few years. So I paid $750 to get a variance. I also paid for an attorney because I have anxiety and I was scared to death. So now I have a new survey, $750 for the new survey, which, so I think it's all taken care of.
So the lapse in time was related to receipt of the variance for you to have the fence where you have it?
Yes.
Okay. So I understand your position, but the case has already been heard by the prior magistrate, and the order has been imposed from that prior
Right.
hearing, so I can't rehear the case or the facts. All I can
Okay.
do is talk through with you today what the county is asking, and
Okay.
they are in fact asking to reduce the fine significantly, only down to their administrative costs. So if you can pay that in 30 days, the $909.80, we can have that taken care of. If it's not paid in the 30 days that they're asking, it would revert back to the $14,900. So I just want to make sure that you can make that payment within the 30 days.
Okay. Where do I go to pay it?
You'll receive an order, but it would be back here. You would go to the county department in order to do that, but you'll receive an order that gives you all of that information.
I can't pay it today.
No, because the system has to be opened with the order showing in the system for the system to recognize the payment that you're making.
Can I do it online?
No, apparently not.
Okay.
And the order should be to her in a week or two, and so you'd be able to, after that point, in a week or two, make the
Okay.
payment. Okay?
I'll do that.
But the 30 days doesn't start ticking until the order is entered and that sort of thing. I don't want you to think it starts today and you are running out of time, but as long as you can have that done in the 30-day period.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Then I'm going to go ahead and order in case number 2253 CESM Melissa L. Borman that I'm going to impose costs in the amount of $909.80 to be paid within 30 days. And if they are not paid within 30 days, then I'm going to find that the fines did accrue in the amount of $14,900, and they will revert back to that amount if the $909.80 is not in fact paid by 30 days.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Okay, our next case is case number 2282 CESM Yavik Mutai and Fatima Mutai. I'll remind you, you're under oath, sir.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hello.
My name is Yavuz Mutlu. Fatima, my wife's name, but she's not here. I am owner. My English not very well. My son helping me. It's okay?
Okay,
My name is Yunus Mutlu.
okay, can we go ahead and swear him in as a translator to, were you sworn in as well previously?
Yes.
Okay, so do you promise to translate for him and to relay that same language to us back accurately?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay.
We're trying to get it up on the screen.
We have a system error that's not letting us in.
Well,
Do
we
we
do
have
in
another-
fact, he has in front of him
Do we
the
have another
paperwork.
copy? You have a copy?
He has
Yeah.
one, yes.
Okay. If you would please look at that as I go through it. Magistrate have this as well, correct?
Yes, I have it.
Okay. All right. Bob Pike, building official, Seminole County. I have presented a copy of this presentation to the clerk and requested to be entered into the record.
Do you have any objection to the documentation being added into the record, the file?
Diyor ki yani sisteme geçmesine izin veriyor musunuz?
Nasıl sistem?
Yani bunları internete koyacaklar ya.
Yeah, problem var mı? No problem.
No.
Thank you. Go ahead, please.
Case 22-82-CESM is for the property located at 812 Rich B. Drive, Altamont Springs, which the owner is Yavuz Matlu and Fatima Muth. The violation charge is Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. The description of violation is enclosing a carport without the required permit. The case was originally heard by the special magistrate on August 11th, 2022, and an order was issued giving the respondent compliance date of December 8th, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after reinspection on December 9th, 2022. And on June 8th, 2023, an order was issued continuing the hearing until July 13th of 2023. An affidavit of compliance was filed after the permit was obtained on July 3rd of 2023. Recommendation, the special magistrate issue an order reducing the fine to the administrative cost totaling $1,046.88, and order these costs be paid within 30 days, or the fine will revert to the original amount of $10,300 and constitute a lien on the property. And this is only for admin costs only.
Okay, sir?
Baba diyor her şeyi anlatmıştı, olayı anlattı, şeyi anlattı. Sonra işte permitimizi verdiğimizi diyorlar, şeyi aldığımızı diyorlar, 10 yılda güne düşecek.
Can I explain? Yeah. Sen sadece benim söylediklerimi şey yap. Ben 1,5 sene önce aldım bu evi. Evi alınırken bu kaçak yapı daha öncekileri yapmış. Benim bundan haberim yoktu. Kendileri bana açıkladılar sorumlu olduğunu.
I bought this property 1.5 years ago before I bought it, I didn't know this existed, like the people before who owned it built this without a permit. And when I came here, you guys explained it to him that it was done without a permit and we had to pay a fine or fix it.
Kendileri bana zaman verdiler bunu yapmam için. Ben de bunu bayağı bir araştırdım. Adamların yanlış yaptığından dolayı bir türlü düzelttiremedim onu. 17 bin ile 40 bin dolar arası bana fiyat istediler. Ben de bunu ödeyemediğim için tekrar mahkemeye çıktım ve yıkmak istediğimi söyledim. Eski haline getirmek istediğimi söyledim.
He said since the first hearing he wanted to keep it. He researched a lot of it and he found some people that was willing to do it. But the amount, like the money they said they were going to do it for was, I believe, $17,000 to $40,000 since it was done incorrectly, like everything was done incorrectly. So he couldn't do it and he got in hearing again for demolition for that.
Ben bu odayı zaten hiç kullanmadım. 2 tane kedim orada yemek yiyor ve şey yapıyor. Kızımın oyuncakları vardı. Hiçbir şekilde kullanmadım. Mümkünse cezanın kaldırılmasını istiyorum.
He's saying that he has never used this room. It's only for cats. We have 2 cats. It's for their litter box and food. And we have a little kid in the house. It's for her toys, so we never used it. So he's saying since he doesn't have money to pay for it, he would like the money to be removed.
Şey olarak da en son permit'i aldım ve kendim eski haline geçirdim.
And lastly, he got the permit and he demolished it by himself. So it's all back to where it was.
Okay. Do you have anything further?
Başka bir şey var mı?
Yok, yani param olmadığı için eski haline getiremedim. Sadece affederlerse sevinirim. Çünkü ben yapmadım, kanunu sonradan öğrendim.
So he's saying since he doesn't have money to pay for it, he wants to get a deal or like revert it back to zero since he didn't do it and he didn't know the rules of it, laws. That's what he's saying, and there's nothing further.
Okay. So do we know how long the carport existed? Do we have any idea?
No, it was first cited on August 11th of 2022 is when it first came. So it's been well over a year.
A year.
Yeah.
And when was the purchase of the property?
Ne zaman aldın?
1/1/2022'de.
1/1/22.
Ben aldığımda kendileri bana açıkladılar. Ben bu şekilde ilk defa ev alıyorum. Bu şekilde aldım evi. Yapılmıştı. Daha sonra ben düzeltmeye çalıştım yaptıkları hatayı.
So he's saying when he bought it, you guys explained it to him that it was wrongly done, and that's when he started like asking for help to get it fixed. Since it's his first time buying a house, he doesn't know the laws.
Bir de
Sir, do you live on the property?
Ha?
Does he live on the property?
Tabii, yeah.
Yes.
This was originated on August 14th, 2020. So it looks like he purchased the property with the existing
Ben
violations.
almadan önceki
Okay.
tarihi o.
And has he worked with you all at all times, responding to all of your information requests and everything that you've asked for timely?
Yes, we have. We have worked with the respondent.
Ee,
He had an original compliance date of December 8th, 2022.
Ben kanunsuz hiçbir ekleme yapmadım. Eklenmiş haldeyken aldım.
He said he didn't add anything to it, anything unlawful. He didn't do anything. He bought it that way without knowing, and then you guys explained it to him.
Enden benim dil engelim olduğu için kanunun ben aldıktan sonra benim sorumluluğa geçtiğini de burada öğrendim.
And since he has a language barrier, he learned that he was responsible for it here in the court, that he didn't know it before.
And it's been fully removed with permits that have been verified?
Yes, It has been verified that it has been removed, but he did not do anything for the compliance date of December 8th, so I don't know why he didn't address it at that time. And we've spent a lot of time totaling administrative costs to do this.
Can you explain the reason, if you did, once you were contacted with the notice of violation in August, if you were working with the county, what is the reason that you failed to comply by the December 8th date?
Bunun sebebi şu, ben buraya geldim, yapılması için bir kısım şeyler söylediler, eski çizimlerini, şununu, bununu. Ben onları nereden alacağımı bilemedim, çok araştırdım, bir türlü yapamadım. En son buraya geldim, dil bariyerim olduğu için tekrar öğrendim nasıl yapılacağını. Yıkmak için de başka firma istediler, onu da tedarik edemedim param olmadığı için. En son öğrendim ki kendim yapabiliyormuşum. Bekledim buraya mahkeme gelmesini. Mahkemede açıklamak istedim kendim yapabilmek için.
He's saying when he...
Şimdi o tarihe kadar yapamadım, fiyat araştırdım. Hiçbir şey bilmiyordum. Bana eski çizimleri istediler. Tekrar çizim için bir firmaya gidip para verecekmişim. Bunlar da nasıl olacağını bilmiyorum ve çok para istediler tekrar çizim ve şey için. Sonra kendim yapabileceğimi öğrendim bu işi.
Okay, he's saying the reason he couldn't do it was because when you guys asked for the drawings of the house before and after and stuff like that, he didn't know how to get those. After he learned he had to contact another firm, like a company, to do it, they asked for a lot of money for it. So the reason he couldn't comply was because he was waiting for a date on court to speak about it and to learn if he can do it on his own.
Bu süre zarfında ben zaten gerçekten orayı hiç kullanmadım. Depo olarak kedilerimi yeme hiçbir şekilde oradan faydalanmadım. Ve en sonunda bu şekilde permit aldım, yıktım.
Okay, and lastly, he's saying that, again, he didn't use it. It was for the cats and for the kids, like toys, to store it. And lastly, he got a permit and he did it himself.
Çizimi kendim yapacağımı öğrendim.
So can the county tell me what the delay was? If his compliance date was December 8th, why did we wait till June 8th to bring it back?
That's
Was there-
scheduling.
It just was,
Scheduling, yeah.
it wasn't that he was like waiting on something
Yeah, it
or
was
anything like
scheduling.
En
that?
son
It
geçen
was
ay
just- Okay.
ben bu konu işinde bilmediğim için özür dilerim, bilmiyorum yani. Çünkü dil engelim vardı, bir türlü yapamadım. Neyse onu söyleyeyim.
He's adding that he's sorry for not being able to comply on that date as well.
I completely understand, but the unfortunate part of this is while I understand, I also see that the county has time that it has in this as well, and it appears that there was no communication really with you between December and June. You weren't at all times telling the county what was going on with you, what you were trying to do. And so I'm having a little bit of a problem there because there was then administrative time that went into working through this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the fine to $300, and I'm going to give you 30 days to pay that. And if you do not pay the $300 in 30 days, then it's going to revert back to the $10,300, which is the fine amount that it could have been from the original violation that was found to have occurred.
Okay.
And then that would be, it would be imposed as a lien on your property.
Okay.
Çok teşekkür ederim. Thank you so much for understanding. Ne zaman ve nasıl ödeyeceğim onu
So he's asking like how he's going to pay for it. I believe you explained it to the other one.
Yes, there
Okay.
will be an order that you'll receive, and it will give you instructions. It's not something you can pay today, but once you do have the order, it will tell you how you need to go about paying it, and you'll have 30 days to do
Okay.
so.
Will the order come like this paper did?
No, it's going to be sent to you.
In an envelope? Okay. Sana gönderilecek bir order. O geldikten sonra 30 gün sayılmaya başlayacak ve o geldikten sonra bir listing geçeceksiniz.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
So I'm going to go ahead in case number 2282 CESM, Yavuts Matula and Fatima Matula. I'm going to go ahead and find that there was a fine that had accrued in the amount of $10,300. I'm reducing that fine to $300 to be paid within 30 days, and if not paid within 30 days, the fine will revert back to the $10,300, and it will be imposed as a lien against the property.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thanks so much.
No, we'll do paper. It's not, it's got a system error.
Okay.
You haven't fixed
This is
it?
not us, it's a system error, so it's okay. No biggie.
Okay.
We have these. Who's next?
I don't know.
Do you know which case he is?
We have a new person that came in, so. You are.
Yikes.
A lot of those people, they don't know why they're here.
I don't know why it's messing up.
We have a system error on the laptop, and so we can't get to,
Look,
yeah,
I have
we're-
system error every day of my life,
all of our
so.
computers had a restart today, so.
I have a
that's-
child that will stand over my shoulder usually and tell me what I'm doing wrong, so, you know. System error doesn't upset me. I'd rather think I'm smarter than the system anyway, but.
Okay. She's got this.
I don't know. Was it the fine that you had a couple months ago? It's a new thing? Okay, I don't have time for that right now. You'll please give my office a call.
Oh, this person's not, okay, so we'll probably go back to page 1 of the agenda, I'm assuming. Oh, that's nice. It's a public hearing. It is. That's what you want to do with your life.
So,
He's not. He's not for us.
right, so we start back over, we're going to start back over from the top, and is that how?
Sound good? Yeah. That works, thank you. So that means Rico Suave is next. So this is our first full one. So I'm going to be right here flipping
Sure,
through.
you're flipping. You are flipping.
I am. I'm a flipper. They call me Flipper. Faster than lightning.
Oh, this is the commercial job. Wow, boy. Yeah, this one's quite something. Okay. I can talk to myself.
So you better behave.
I am
We have to
behaving.
watch Brent with his hands.
I am behaving.
First in the morning, and we'll go through, okay? You're welcome.
These have been written. These have been heard.
Is the respondent here today? For this one?
No, no one else, I don't think is present.
No respondent?
Nope. So we'll go ahead and call case number 2346 CESM Rico Properties LLLP.
Whoa.
You know when you're ready. Ready?
Not ready.
Okay. Bob Pike, Building Official, Seminole County. I have presented a copy of this presentation to the clerk and request it to be entered into the record.
It will be entered into the record.
Case 23-46-CESM is for the property located at 2710 Pemberton Drive, Apopka, which is owned by Rico Properties, LLLP. The violation charge is Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Description of the violation is construction of a second floor area and exterior canopies without the required permit. The case summary is as follows. The initial inspection was on 12/14 of '22. Notice to respondent was 12/15/22. Compliance date of 2/23/23. Follow-up inspections is shown both on site visit and via computer. Results of reinspection, the violation remains on property. Screenshot from the property appraiser's website shows Rico Properties LLLP is the record owner of the property. Photograph showing the posting of the notice for this hearing on the property. Photograph of the interior violation. Photograph of the interior violation. This is a photograph also of the interior violation. Another photo. More photos of the violation. This is an interior picture of the violation. More interior pictures of the violation. And we have a picture of the electrical violations and a photograph of the exterior canopy. There's another picture of the canopy. And more photos of the interior violation. And another photo. These were taken on 7/12 of '23. The screen shows an application was received on 12/31 of '22 to correct the violation. The application is currently under review, has not been issued as a permit yet. Planning and Development Site Plan Review completed with corrections on 7/11/23. Review Coordinator completed on 7/11/23. Impact fees completed on 7/11/23. Plan Review corrections pending 7/11/23. Mechanical review corrections returned on 7/11/23. Plumbing plan review corrections returned 7/11/23. Copy of the application received on 12/31/22. Permit application is currently in the PC status pending corrections from mechanical and plumbing. Building review has been approved on 7/11/23. Electrical review was approved on 7/11/23. P&D site plan review completed with corrections on 7/11/23. Review coordinator completed on 7/11/23. Impact fees completed on 7/11/23. Plan review corrections pending applicants on 7/11/23. Mechanical review corrections returned on 7/11/23, and plumbing plan review corrections returned on 7/11/23. This is a copy of the violation, Chapter 40. Recommendation, based on the testimony and evidence presented in case number 23-46 CESM, it is determined that the respondent is the owner of record of the property located at 2710 Pemberton Drive, Apopka, in Seminole County, as determined by the property appraiser's records, and in possession or control of the property, and in violation of Seminole County Code Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. It is further recommended that the special magistrate order the respondent to correct the violation on or before September 15, 2023. In order to correct the violation, the respondent shall obtain the required permit for the cited violation. If the respondent does not comply with the order, a fine of $50 will be imposed for each day the violation continues or is repeated after compliance. The respondent must contact the inspector to verify compliance, and this concludes our presentation.
Okay, I will note that the respondent or no representative of the respondent has appeared. And I will find as to case number 2346 CESM Rico Properties LLLP that the property owner of 2710 Pembroke Drive, Apopka in Seminole County has in fact violated Seminole County Code Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1, And the respondent is ordered to obtain the required permits for the site of violation by September 15th, 2023, or a fine in the amount of $50 a day for each and every day the violation remains will be imposed. And the respondent is ordered to contact the code inspector to verify compliance. Okay, we will call case number 2294 CESM Jason Turner.
Bob Pike, building official, Seminole County. I have presented a presentation, copy of this presentation to the clerk and request it to be entered into the record.
It will be entered.
Case 22-94-CESM is for property located at 5635 North Road, Sanford, which is owned by Jason Turner. Violation charge is Seminole County Code 40, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Description of the violation is enclosing a structure with stucco and new windows and installation of a shed and metal carport without the required permits. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on October 13, 2022, and an order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of December 8, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after re-inspection on December 9, 2022. Our recommendation is the special magistrate issue an order constituting a lien in the amount of $10,850 for 217 days of noncompliance from December 9, 2022 through and including July 13, 2023 at $50 per day, and the fine shall continue to accrue at $50 per day for each day violation continues or is repeated after July 13, 2023. And this is a lien hearing. The screenshot from the property appraiser shows that Jason Turner is the record of the owner. Photograph showing the posting of the notice for this hearing on the property. Photograph of the violation. The carport is not visible in this photo. The following slides will show the aerial photographs of the violations at different stages. Aerial showing an open structure and metal carport as of 1/15/2007. The structure was enclosed between January of 21 and February of 2022. Aerial showing open structure, shed, and metal carport as of 1/29/21. Aerial showing enclosed structure, shed, and metal carport as of 2/1/22. These are more photos of the violation, enclosed structure, and shed taken on 6/29/22. This picture here is enclosed structure, structure and shed taken on 10/12/22. And this picture is an enclosed structure and shed taken on 10/12/22. And the violations remain as of 7/12/2023. And the violations remain on 7/12/23. The screen shows that there are no permits applied for or issued to correct the violations. 23-456 is for the detached garage. 21-21153 is an issued permit for a fence and concrete block wall. Permit 07-29477 is a voided permit for a detached garage, voided due to inactivity. This concludes our presentation.
And the original compliance date was December 9th, 2022?
Was compliance
December
date
8th.
of December 8th, 2022. So we are asking for a lien amount of $10,850.
Okay, in case number 2294 CESM Jason Turner, I will find that the property remains in violation of Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. It was previously ordered to come into compliance on 12/8/2022, and was not in compliance on 12/9/2022 and remains out of compliance as of the date of this hearing. I will impose a fine in the amount of $10,850 retroactive back to the original compliance date, which would have started the fine as of 12/9/2022, continuing through today, and then be imposed as a $50 fine that remains on the property, accruing each and every day hereafter that the violation remains, and that it will be recorded as a lien against the property in the public records of Seminole County, Florida. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the next case we will call is 2295 CESM Claude Richardson Jr.
This is Bob Pike, building official, Seminole County. I present a copy of this presentation to the clerk and request it to be entered into the record.
It will be accepted into the record.
Case 22-95-CESM is for the property located at 3096 Nicholson Drive, Winter Park, which is owned by Claude Richardson Jr. Violation charge of Seminole County Code, Chapter 40, Appendix A, Section 105.1. Exterior electrical panel change-out completed without the required permit. This case was originally heard by the special magistrate on October 13th of 22, and an order was issued giving the respondent a compliance date of December 8, 2022. An affidavit of noncompliance was filed by the inspector after re-inspection on December 9th, 2022, and an affidavit of compliance was filed after the permit was obtained on June 5th of 2023. Our recommendation is that the special magistrate issue an order reducing the fine to the administrative cost totaling $567.03, and order these costs to be paid within 30 days, or the fine will revert to the original amount of $8,900 and constitute a lien on the property.
Did you state 567.30 or 03?
$567.03.
Okay. I'm going to note for the record that Mr. Richardson is not present. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the fine, find that the property is in compliance at this time, and reduce the fine to administrative costs of $567.03. To be paid within 30 days. And if it's not paid within 30 days, it will revert back to the original fine amount that it did in fact accrue on the property of $8,900. And that amount would be recorded as a lien against the property in the public records of Seminole County, Florida. Thank you. I want to go back to the Jason Turner case really quick, and just for the record, I want to reflect that Mr. Turner is not present as well.
Okay.
And then the final case, 2129 CESM, Jason Mowry.
What was the question? You said there was an issue with that? Oh, okay, that was the only change?
Yes,
Okay,
that
sure.
was the, I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem.
So on this matter, this is a special request of the respondent, correct? And the respondent is not present?
It was originally a special request of the respondent. I
Is,
think he needed more, he may need additional time to comply, but has since come into compliance.
and so was there any fine imposed, or will that will come back at a later time?
There was
Well-
no fines imposed.
There, because he came into compliance prior to, so it just is,
Well, there were fines totaling, I believe it was $900 for 18 days, but we're requesting administrative costs because there were many, many hearings. There, I think there was a total of 6.
So wait, we're going to need some testimony on this. So is the matter before us for fines or a special request? I'm not really sure.
Which case are we referencing to? The Jason Turner one? I thought we could-
No, the 2129 Jason Mowry.
Jason Mallory, this is the one that we haven't even talked about yet. This is one
Right, I
that's
was-
come up now.
Yes, I was calling that one now.
Yeah.
It was originally a
Respondent's not
special
here.
request.
Okay, and is it no longer a special request?
He's- So he is in compliance.
Okay.
He did get his permit. However, that request was from last month, that he asked for a special request?
Yes.
Is that when it was from?
Yes.
So it got put on the agenda as a special request, and so, but today, we're
For
just.
the record, if
going-
you'll go ahead and state your name, I'm sorry.
It's Julie Hebert, I'm project coordinator.
Okay.
In the building. So he is in compliance, we're just asking for costs. But the requests came in last month for him because he didn't think he was going to get his permit in time, but he did.
So he actually received his permit, and now is it on the agenda requesting costs, or is it on the agenda under his request for additional time?
I believe it's on the agenda just as a special
As
request.
a special request.
But there's no special request that's needed because he's
In
in
compliance.
compliance.
He's in compliance, yes.
And as far as the fine amount, will that be brought back?
We can bring that back.
If it's not been placed on here for under the lien, for the
Right.
fine amount, I think did he know to be here today for the lien?
Not for the lien, no, he was supposed to be here for the special request.
Request,
So we didn't give him a notice of hearing, we were basically going off of
His request.
special request, yes.
And typically with the lien, we would give a notice of hearing.
Notice.
Okay, then let's go ahead and put it on the next agenda for the lien
So,
discussion.
We would have to do that for September to make sure
Okay.
that he has a minimum of 30 days notice on it. That's normally how we,
Okay, that's fine. When is the August hearing is?
August 10th.
Okay. Okay.
He was up today for an admin cost, wasn't he?
He was today.
Yes.
Up for admin costs.
Yes, I haven't even presented that yet.
That's all we were requesting, but it came in under the special request, so he hasn't been notified.
But he wasn't noticed that it was here for the
Right.
costs. See, that's why I have a concern, since he wasn't noticed for that part.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go ahead and, did he give us a written request to come today for a special,
No, he came into my office.
okay, so it wasn't written, he just
Request.
requested it, and you told him you would put him on the agenda?
Correct.
For the
Okay.
lien.
No, not for
No.
the lien.
To request additional time.
Okay.
Okay. All right, then go ahead and bring him back in the next meeting, the meeting that you are able to bring him in,
September.
and we will go from there.
September.
So September 14th.
Okay. Our last item is to confirm that the next hearing date will be set for August 10th, 2023. And if there are no other matters, I will call us adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.